Right, welcome back to some Trails of Cold Steel 2, everyone. Right now we're about to board the Courageous because we got a call from ďTelwa. So let's see what our lovable captain has in store for us. Because it didn't sound like it was going to be bad news this time around. So hopefully it's something good. They return to the Courageous and were immediately called to the bridge by ďTelwa. Together, they all hurried there to see what exactly she wanted to say. We're here. We're back! Welcome back, guys. Why, hello there. You couldn't have timed that better. Alphen? Oh, look at the monitor. What's the screen doing out? Well, we got a call earlier from a really unexpected source. She said she'd call back around this time, so the screen's all ready. Got a call from someone. Who is it? Ah, I see. So this is what you called us back for. Who is it, though? The call's coming through.
Hello, hello.
Angelica!
Can you hear me?
Damn, we haven't seen you in forever, Angelica. How are you?
Angelica?
Damn.
You're okay!
Yeah, we've been worried about you. Angelica Ragnar.
Well, hi there, my beloved kitty cats.
Am I among those kitty cats? Of course we are.
How are you guys doing? I haven't seen you since the festival.
It really is you! Oh, thank goodness!
Yeah, I'm glad she's okay. And we finally get some form of contact with her. It's been way too long. My goodness.
Seriously, we've been worried about you.
For real.
Yep, as you can see, I'm hanging in there. Sorry for not being able to get in touch sooner. I'm sure you must have been worried, but this was my first chance.
Oh, all that matters is that you're okay.
It's a pleasure to see you again too, Your Highness. And looking good, Instructor.
I'm delighted to see you're well, Angelica.
Nice to see all this stuff that's been going on hasn't changed you a bit.
Yeah?
You don't know how happy it makes me to see you safe, Angie.
Look at George. We know deep down, when you push aside Angelica's antics towards the girls, let's be real here. She might just mess around and settle down with George.
We couldn't contact you after you went back to Roer, so I was getting worried.
Nah, there was no getting worried. You were worried.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. There were a few little family matters keeping me busy, you see.
I can only imagine.
Not surprised.
I'm sure it's real fun being from one of the 4 great houses these days.
Indeed, especially when her father is one of the most important figures in the Alliance, much like my own. How are things in the Ragnar family at the moment, incidentally?
Oh, you know. Speaking of our families, I heard you ran away from home, Uses. You've got some serious balls.
Yeah, she brushed that to the side. That was an excellent play, Angelica. He was like, I do not feel like talking about my family's circumstances, so how about we talk about yours, Uses? That was a play, Angelica. That was a play.
But yeah, things aren't exactly great between me and my old man either. With the way things are going, we're gonna have a real father-daughter squabble in our hands soon.
I mean, wouldn't you win that? Talking about hands. Can't see a Taito practitioner losing. Come on now.
That doesn't sound good.
Are you going to be alright?
Oh, I'll be fine. I've got my own supporters, I'll have you know.
Your own supporters, huh?
Anyway, part of the reason I called was to pass on a message to Elisa.
Elisa specifically? What, does it have something to do with her mother? You got some intel on Irina? That's the only thing I can imagine that has anything to do with Elisa specifically.
It's about your mother's whereabouts.
Okay, makes sense.
You know where she is?
Please tell me! How is she? Is she alright?
She's fine, but she's been imprisoned somewhere that's a real pain to get to.
She's been imprisoned? Where the hell is she?
I'm still trying to figure out how to get her out of there. You just leave that to me, okay? Everything's gonna be okay, and...
Oh no.
Sounds like gunfire.
Damn it. That didn't take Father long. Sounds like he's found me already.
You already... My girl is already about to get caught. What about your supporters? And who are they?
Angelica?
She's probably gonna have to cut the line. She has to go.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to go. I'll contact you again as soon as I can. I'm happy I could hear your voices again. And don't worry about things here. I'll be fine.
Angie!
Angie, wait!
And she's gone.
That didn't sound good.
It'd be nice if we could get to her and help her out. We really don't even know the situation.
I hope she hasn't gotten herself involved in something dangerous.
She did say she had supporters, but it still sounds like she's in a pretty precarious situation.
I hope she's going to be alright. She said Mother's been imprisoned somewhere too.
Yeah. Sorry, Elisa.
I can't pretend not to be concerned. Yeah, she did say not to worry, but...
Hard to think that way after hearing what we just did.
Are you guys going to help her?
Of course. There's a way we can.
Thanks, guys.
Then that makes our next destination the Nortia province.
Like, you know, obviously, George and Toa, you know, Angelica means more to them because they've known her for longer. But we love Angelica just as much as they do.
You guys are sure about this?
Absolutely. She might have been forced to withdraw, but as far as I'm concerned, she'll always be a part of Thor's. Both she and Elisa's mother might need our help. How could we turn a blind eye to that?
Simply cannot. Plus, we've gone out of our way to help, you know, everyone else. You guys showed up to help Reen when he was on the Panty Grill. We went and saved Elliot's sister, Fiona. And we'll just do the same here.
Thank you.
I don't know how much we'll be able to do for them,
Gotta try.
but we're not going to find the answer by standing here. So let's make our way to Roer.
They agreed to sneak into Roer to try and find out what was happening to Angelica and Chairman Irina. With the city being the stronghold of Marquis Ragnar, however, they were well aware of doing so wasn't going to be easy. If one thing they could do for certain was take proper precaution and brace themselves for the dangers ahead. To advance the main story, speak to Toa in the captain's chair and select commence operation. Doing so will cause all unfinished quests to disappear. Luckily for us, we've already done all of that. Let's go. Let's go report. How are you guys doing, by the way?
Hey there, Reen.
Hey there, baby. I wonder why you didn't say baby this time.
Do tell me all about what you've been up to. Marvelous. You've ranked up. This is just a little something.
Domination. Oh my goodness. Wait, what did you guys tell me? I need to put domination on Lore and then switch the Master Quartz to what? Tauros?
Well, that's very impressive.
It's not leveled up that way. I'm still do it anyway.
I'll be looking forward to your next report.
Alright, before we commence the operation, sock to everyone. Lisa, how are you feeling, girl?
What in the world is happening to Roer? Hope Mother and Angelica are okay.
Elisa, I think those two are the last people you need to worry about. We just have to believe that they're going to be safe for now.
But you're right. They're too tough not to get through something like this. But that doesn't matter. I'm gonna do what it takes to save them anyway. And I'll be counting on you to help me make that happen.
With pleasure.
I keep catching myself wishing that Sharon were here.
Honestly, me too. I brought up Sharon not too long ago. I really miss her. We haven't seen her in such a while. But when was the last time we see her? When she left the Courageous?
But the fact of the matter is she's not. We've got to save Angelica and Mother all on our own. Let's head out to Roer once we're ready.
Phew, are we seriously planning on diving straight into one of the Noble Alliance's major strongholds?
Oh no. That's fine. I just got the hang of piloting the ship and everything.
You know what? No, I don't have the luxury of being nervous when everyone's lives are in my hands. Got this. Hit me up when you've got everything in order and I'll get you all there and back safely.
Roer is where my family is.
Yep, it sure is. Your mother Vanilla is there.
I actually managed to make it back there too, but then I kind of wandered out of town and before I knew it I was in Nord.
Your mother and your father are probably really worried about you, Mint.
I hope Mom and Dad are okay and Instructor Mary and the student she brought with her.
So do I. Hopefully it won't be long before we find out. Just stay here while we go check, okay?
Righto! Instructor Mary and a few students should be in Roer right now. I'm sure they're fine though. If I manage to stay safe, I'm sure they can too.
I dread to think of what kind of danger Marquis Ragna's daughter has gotten into. I can hardly blame you for your concern after that call went. You'll have to be ready for anything. Man, it's about to pop off when we get into Roer. What's going on, Alvin?
I've actually been acquainted with Angelica for a while, you see. I was so nervous when I attended my high society party, but I'll always remember how she came over and just talked to me like she would anyone else.
It sounds like Angelica, alright.
I don't think she got along particularly well with her father even then. Still, I think she's a wonderful person, so please help her, and Elisa's mother too. I'll be here praying to Adios for your success.
Thanks. We won't let you down.
This time, you're just trying to sneak into Roer, and it probably won't have any direct influence on the war itself, which means I probably won't have much of a role to play in whatever happens here. Still, I'll be ready to leap into action just in case that changes.
Leap into action now? Let's not do nothing too crazy. Gaius and Sarah.
Alright, to my knowledge, the North Tier Provincial Army hasn't let up in its attacks against the 3rd Armored Division up north. Lieutenant General Vander's been doing a bang-up job keeping them at bay ever since you drove back that unit from Lemaire, though.
Yeah, especially when you think about how long he and his men have been holding out. If we're heading into Roer, I'd like to see how things are with the Provincial Army on this side of the border, though. Yeah, there's a chance we might be able to dig up some info that'll make the General's life a little easier. I'm not sure how much of an opportunity we'll have while looking for Angelica and the chairman, but I want to at least try. Thanks, Rain. I appreciate it.
Anyway, for now, just focus on getting ready to infiltrate the city. We still got some details to iron out, but that'll be your top priority for now. This time's different from when we moved on the Twin Dragons Bridge. Our goal here is just to infiltrate the city. We'll need to be cautious and careful as we move, so make sure to account for that in your preparations. We're not just going in to fight this time. The safety of Elisa's mother and Angelica needs to be our highest priority right now. That said, I still do want to find something that might make Lieutenant General Vander's life a little easier. Either way, there's too much at stake here to give it any less than our utmost effort. Elisa can't hide how worried she is about her mom and Angelica. I'm lucky enough that my family's safe in Heimdall, and I really feel for her. I'm counting on you guys to stick by and support her through all of this, got it? That's what teamwork's all about. I'm trusting all of you to stick with Elisa and give her your support. Because that's what teamwork's all about.
You're right about that, Emily. Loggins. Angelica's one of the strongest second years at the Academy, bar none. I don't think anyone alive could take her in hand-to-hand combat either. Even if she does get herself into trouble, she sure as hell can get herself out of it. But seriously, stop freaking out about her so much. Odds are she's just fine. Angelica's gonna be just fine. You, Toe, and George all need to chill. But if you're stressing out about your combat skills, you come to the right place. I'll give you a workout so tough that the war out there feels like recess. This guy.
So we'll be taking the courageous to Roer, huh?
It kind of reminds you of when we went there on our field study, doesn't it? It does. Crow was with us back then too.
Yeah, still, we're headed for something way more serious than a field study this time. We'll really need to be careful.
Agreed. You can't shy away from going on. Agreed. You can't shy away from going though. Lying stronghold or not, saving Elisa's mother and Angelica is worth the risk. The circumstances surrounding this visit to Roer couldn't be more different from those around our lives. If we intend to get in, we need a plan of infiltration as thoroughly as possible we can.
Back during our field study to Roer, our minds were practically always on the Academy Festival. We don't have the luxury of distraction this time around though. Not with what's at stake.
Who's back this way? Oh, it's Fee.
Getting into Roer unnoticed won't be easy. Neither will staying safe while we're there thanks to it being a provincial army stronghold. But that gunfire earlier was a sign that things aren't as under control as they'd like them to be. That could be good.
Honestly, it just makes me even more worried about Angelica. She lent us a helping hand during our field study here. We're long overdue to repay the favor.
Yep, a Jaeger always repays her debts. We'd better be ready for anything. Adios only knows what's waiting for us. Getting into Roer unnoticed won't be easy, and staying safe will be even tougher. Nobody's going to do it if we don't though. Be ready for anything. You guys sure are brave. I don't think I'd be able to sneak into a major alliance stronghold like this. Just make sure you're ready for anything before you head out, okay? If you need new weapons, I'm the guy to ask. Make sure you're confident in your equipment before you head out. You never know what you might be, or you never know what might be waiting for you. I just wish I had half the courage you guys did.
Hey, two of my favorite people, my daughter Monica and my girl Becky.
The Shore's Josh barrier near Roer is just about the same as the Twin Dragons Bridge. I heard a lot of rumors about it back when I was in the Fourth Armored Division. and none of them were nice. Just be careful when you're in Roer. There's no way such a huge alliance presence isn't going to be dangerous. I can't exactly back you up, but I can promise you you'll be in my prayers. It sounds like it's a pretty major military encampment.
Shout out to my daughter Monica.
No new superb dishes, no problem. If you find any new ones though, do let me know.
I was only clicking on that because I wanted to show you guys how many I've done.
First thing that comes to mind when I think of Roer is the Ranger Company's headquarters. Jaeger told me that all the stores affiliated with them are making a killing too. Wouldn't I mind getting a cheeky part-time job in one of them, to be honest? Chances are I'd learn a thing or two. Seems like all the stores affiliated with the Ranger Company are making a killing.
Okay, Becky. Get to the front deck. Speak to Laura. And Vivi's out here as well. She's probably thinking about Lind.
I'm grateful to say that I don't have much experience when it comes to father-daughter quarrels. But it's clear to me that Angelica is determined to fight her own battle, regardless of who it is it puts her against. For all of her assurance that she's fine alone, we can't afford to turn a blind eye, not while Lisa's mother's still in Roer. A true knight would rush to their aid in a show of chivalry, so that is exactly what I plan to do. Roer is not a safe place to be right now. We can't afford to let anything slip by us in our preparations, but it's a knight's role to aid those in need regardless of the danger, so that is what I intend to do.
Yeah, she's really all about her knight stuff, man. I'm telling you guys, second coming of every hero.
Roer isn't a huge city, so we might end up hearing something about Lind while we're there. So get in there and come back with enough of you intact to tell me what you hear. Though if you think being sent off with a kiss will help you succeed, I suppose that can be arranged.
Thanks, but no thanks. She's really fired up about this. There's no way I can let her down.
We're such a big city, someone's got to have heard something about Lind. I'll do whatever I can to make sure we succeed. I don't care who I have to kiss.
Vivi is something else, man.
Sure, you won't be able to rely on Valimor, but look at this battle as an opportunity. As strong as they are, knights can't do everything. Now you can figure out how to get by them without them. You won't be alone, Ring. You got a very thoughtful, generous cat on your side for when the going gets tough.
Well, that's great, Celine. I'm very happy to have you. I'm not being sarcastic at all. I'm serious. I really do love Celine.
There are going to be times where Valimor won't be able to swoop in and save us. Part of being an Awakener is knowing how to handle that. Might as well start working on a few strategies now.
Should have put that in the rule book. Should have put that in the manual. That should have been the first thing we read, Celine.
If we knew what sort of shape Roer was in, we might be able to get in there with a transportation spell. But without knowing, we could very well expose ourselves to even greater danger than an on-foot infiltration. So all we can do is make sure we have what we need and get in there the old-fashioned way. I knew you went to Roer on your field study, but some of us will be seeing it for the first time here, which is all the more reason to be thoroughly prepared. We're on uncertain territory after all.
True enough. But at least you guys have a guide. And plus, Elisa's definitely gonna be coming along. Why wouldn't she? She's gonna be locked, I'm sure.
If you were traveling to anywhere else, you might have been able to use this spirit path to infiltrate it unnoticed. But animism has all but vanished from Roer and the surrounding area, so it's unlikely you'll be able to do that. I'll keep looking into ways you might be able to get near the town, but honestly, I wouldn't expect any easy answers. Is there anyone you know who's really familiar with the geography of the Roer region? That'd certainly be an advantage.
I mean, we got home field advantage with Elisa.
This might surprise you, but I wasn't nearly as open about my interests back when I was a first year. In fact, it was only thanks to Angelica that I gained the confidence to talk about them so openly and regularly. All she did was praise one of the stories I wrote, but that gave me the courage to write and be upfront about what I love. So please help her however you can. She's worth it.
Oh.
She deserves it.
Character notebook updated. ₦Love. It was Angelica praising one of her stories as a first year that led her to freely write about what she loves. Who's surprised by that? None of us should be. Of course Angelica would be the person. Millie, what are you doing? What are you eating? Looks like she already ate.
Gotta tell you, I'm pretty dang excited to sneak into Roer. If you need a hand, I'm the girl to ask. Stealth is my name and Lammy's middle name.
This little one right here, she's cute.
I mean, I am part of the intelligence division and we sneak into places all the time. I bet you I'd be super handy.
You make a compelling sales pitch, I'll give you that. We'll see.
Just in case, I'm gonna eat as much food as humanly possible to make sure I'm all filled up and ready to go. Nicholas, looking for a refill here.
And she asking for a refill like it's a drink.
Of course, just be careful you don't eat too much, okay?
This dude Nicholas is spoiling Millie.
Angelica used to visit our club room every so often just to cook for food. But now there's no need to steal a thing. If you want something to eat, just say so. Once you've left the ship, you never know when you'll get back. So eat up while you still can. Once you've snuck into Roer, there's no telling when you'll make it back to the Courageous. That's why you should eat your fill now. You'll need your energy.
You know, Roer's got his own radio station too. The Roer Orbital Radio Station. And it seems it's pretty popular around here. In this region, I mean. It's supposed to broadcast lots of interesting stuff. Well, I'd assume it's probably nothing but war stuff right now. I wouldn't mind listening to Roer Orbital Radio Station during peacetime. Just to see the kinds of things they broadcast. Not that there's any point right now. It's probably all war, all the time. I have more than enough of that. Hell, we all do. George! Normally, Roer would be out of this ship's communications range, so Angie shouldn't have been able to contact us. Guessing she got her hands on some kind of Reinford-made gadget that expands the range of mobile ways to do that. Given that she even sent us a video signal, she must have. Whatever she's got must be some really cutting-edge tech. Not that it eases my worries. Yeah, you've gotten herself into a real messy situation already. Shouldn't be all that surprising if you ever come back after leaving her alone for more than 5 minutes. And this dude George has to watch Angelica like a toddler. I have to admit though, it was a real relief just being able to see her face. Don't worry, George. You've got this. She's tough and I'm sure we'll be able to get her out safely. Me too. I'm counting on you. But if you need me to do anything to back you up, just say the word and I'll make it happen. If you meet up with Angie, try to use whatever setup she used to contact us earlier to let us know. But I guess you can't do that without sneaking in the Roer in the first place. But just think about that for now.
So now we're going to Roer. I didn't think we would be this busy when I joined. Still, I'll upgrade your night if you need me to. Making those orbs is actually kind of interesting, believe it or not. I don't want to get involved in your operations because I don't care, but I wouldn't mind upgrading Valimar. That's actually kind of interesting, so get me those materials. Pronto.
Valimar, how you feeling? I do not anticipate being able to accompany you during your next operation. I will remain here, ready to aid you should you require me. If you do, call my name. No matter how far you travel, your voice will reach me. Thanks, Valimar. I'll bear that in mind. I pray for your success. Call my name should you require my aid. We got uses with Paula. Supposedly, Marquis Ragnar helps train the Nortier Provincial Army himself. What a militarily minded man. Unlike Father, he shows no interest in the Alliance's internal power struggles, but we should still be cautious. Speaking of caution, I'm afraid we won't be able to rely on those horses during our time in Roer. As invaluable of an asset they are, they aren't quite compatible with the perimeters of this operation. I was trying to talk to Paula.
I don't know if the horses will be much help if you need to infiltrate Roer. They're not exactly built for stealth. Oh, by the way, will you be taking part in the operation, Uses?
Who knows? It's not my call to make.
Oh, well if you do, I'm sure these horses will miss you while you're away. Try to take care, okay?
Oh. I always do.
Maybe someday he'll learn to actually be nice to people who are worried about him. Not like I expected any different. I'm gonna take better care of the horses than he ever would anyway, so there.
Uh-oh. These two are already back at it. Mostly Paula. Let's get back to the bridge.
It was great to hear Angie's voice again, but now I'm worried about her for an entirely different reason. It sounds like she's in real trouble back home.
Just leave her to us. We'll find her and bring her safely to the Courageous. I think we're the only ones who can, to be honest. Not that I'd like to force that task on anyone else.
Thank you, Reed. Even if I can't do much, if you need any backup, I'm the girl to call.
Wait, did it say? Oh, I thought for some reason I thought it popped up.
You're probably right. We might be the only ones who can save Angie and Chairman Irina. But that's just another reason I'll give you all the help I'm capable of.
Let's commence the operation.
Roer is in the capital of Nortia province and one of the Alliance's greatest strongholds. Make absolutely sure you're ready for anything before we go.
Choosing to commence the operation will cause the main story to advance, and Elisa will become a mandatory party member. Doing so will cause all unfinished quests to disappear. Commence operation. Don't worry, we're ready. We can begin at any time.
Right, we'll gather everyone in the conference room then. I'll explain exactly what we're going to be doing.
Once all of Class 7 had gathered together, they were given a briefing on the operation that would take place. However, during their discussion, one point became abundantly clear. Flying the courageous close to Roer would be far too dangerous. Unsure as how to proceed, they opted to consult someone more familiar with the region. So we gotta take a little slight detour before we get there. Makes sense. Gramps! How you doing, Grandpa Gwen? Good to see you.
It sounds like you'll have no trouble getting into the Nortia province, at least.
I don't think so. The problem is getting into Roer City itself, or even close to it.
Yeah.
We can't exactly just take an airship through the airport like we're on some pleasure cruise.
And approaching the city along any of the highways is a surefire way to get arrested.
Not that there are any good places nearby to land the courageous in the first place.
Yep, it's kind of a blessing and a curse to have the courageous. And just our situation in general, even without it. It's like we still gotta risk a lot.
And that's why we're calling you, Gwen. You wouldn't know of any other ways for us to get near, would you?
You came to the right person. I happen to know the perfect way.
Alright, well let us know.
You do?
You know that Spina By road to the west? There's this little stream that runs along it. I used to fish in it all the time back in my younger days, I'll have you know.
Gramps, I love you to death, but I don't think we got the time for stories like this.
As it so happens, you could trace its source all the way back to the mountains of Ymir.
Oh!
Hold on. So you're saying we should sail down from Ymir to Roer?
Exactly. It won't be the smoothest ride you've ever taken, what with the rapids and all, so you'll need to be careful. But I'd still say that taking that is your best bet for sneaking as close to the city as you can.
I mean, you're the one with the knowledge, Gwen. And we trust you, so we just have to do it.
It sounds promising, at the very least.
I like it! It's just like being in a spy novel!
You would know all about that, huh, Millie? Intelligence Division girl. I'm kidding, I love Millie.
And you would know a thing or two about spies, wouldn't you?
Our boy, best boy Uses, we're on the same page. You see why this is my goat? Don't ever doubt Uses.
Should we make our way to Ymir then? Let's decide who's actually going first. We can only get so many people on a boat.
Well, obviously, Celine, you're going.
Thank you so much for your help, Grandfather.
And you better be doing spells this time around, Celine. Yeah. I don't care if you're a familiar. Get familiar with doing spells and help me out from time to time. How about that? Yeah, I'm getting on Celine's case, so what? It's my cat, it's not even Emma's cat anymore. I've been adopted Celine since got to Ymir.
Oh, think nothing of it. What kind of man would I be if I didn't help my adorable granddaughter in her hour of need?
Shout out to Gramps.
And I never want to pass up a chance to put my less than adorable daughter in my debt.
Oof. You could have left that part out, old man.
Sounds like my #1 protege is in a bind too. I can't very well have anything happen to our wanton womanizer.
We'll help Angelica however we can. Take care, all right?
We'd go with you if we could.
That's funny, called her ass a protege.
Unfortunately, someone's got to stay and look after the courageous. And then there's the whole boat issue on top of that.
Please, do what you can for Angie.
Of course.
For me, for George, and for Crow.
We will.
Yeah, especially for you, Toa and George. Bro, man, not so much, man. Bro pissing me off. I feel him though, I understand it, but damn, man. I just hate when characters switch up on me. Okay, hey, you already know who's going in that third slot. Come on, be real. Elliot fucking Craig, man. Who should we bring? I feel like, honestly, Sarah might be a cool character to bring because I feel like I don't often, you know, bring Sarah to anything. Maybe we'll do Sarah. I think I'll bring Best Boy. Now, who is gonna fill this last? You know, obviously, I'm pretty sure all of you guys probably insta-lock Roer into your team, which makes a lot of sense because Roer is a monster. But you know what? We're gonna be a little different. Let's bring Emma. Gotta switch it up, you know? Can't always roll with Reem, Elliot, Laura, and Fee. The group chose to infiltrate Roer, then headed for the mountains of Ymir. There, they boarded a boat and made their way down the stream towards the city. Same day, 11. Hey, dun 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 dun, hey. That looks so refreshing, man. I just want to just take a dive. I'll crack my fucking skull.
Well, so far so good. We made it this far without being spotted. Looks like the provincial army doesn't have much of a presence on this side of the city. Well, it's not like they have much of a reason to fear an attack coming from this direction. We should still exercise caution though. Yeah, be on your guard. Now we just need to find a way to get in there.
Let's make our way toward Roer for now. We should end up on the highway if we follow this path.
Alright.
Oh, I could probably fish here.
Oh, I can probably fish here. Well, you know what, guys? I'm gonna fish. I might not leave this. You know. We did get a new rod. We got the Lake Lore Star II. An exceptionally sturdy rod that can withstand the mightiest catch. Ideal for catching large fish. But let's see what it has in store for us. Ooh.
Whoa, this is a big one.
Nice. Alright. Let's keep going. All we really caught was a salmon.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Let's move.
Nothing too special. Greedy wolf. A greedy wolf that is always in search of prey pursues prey aimlessly, attacking its windpipe first. Man, that sounds really vicious.
There!
Let's go, Reem.
My turn. Cut! I can do this.
Sure, why not?
Activate. Okay. Hey.
Get him out of here, Lisa. Good work.
My turn.
Yeah, let's attack this guy.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Don't miss that lead. Nice. That was a critical.
Is everybody okay?
I'm so glad.
Level up for Lisa. We got a blue chest. Okay, we need to go that way, of course. Pincers on this thing.
We got this.
Let's move.
Steel ladybug. A beetle monster with a shell of steel. Its sharp claws can snap trees in half. My goodness, just the thought alone makes me cringe.
Second form. Gale!
You get chomped on by that, you might as well call it
Gotcha.
GG.
My turn. Now.
Rushing. You're not gonna burst.
All right. No problem. Now.
Got you! We did it, Elisa!
We really do make a great team.
Yes, we do.
I've got this.
Get a blue chest. A spiritual presence is emanating from the chest. Combating it's Elisa and Emma. I know you guys always say to save before these, but I'm reckless.
We'll have to fight our way through.
Oh, a crit. I'm sorry, I can't. I seen that crit, I have to use it. I wanted to keep that CP, honestly. Her ass crack is sick, man. Even with her standing up top of the little castle with Celine is fire. That is fire, man.
No problem.
Yeah, you know that's a crit too. And burn away. Damn, they didn't get a chance to play the game, did they? The game was in my hands. I'm the one with the controller.
That takes care of them.
Let's go, Elisa, my girl.
I'm so glad.
Settle down, Emma. You overcame the trial. Elisa and Emma can now use overdrive when linked with one another. Elisa and Emma's bond strengthened. HP and EP were fully restored. It's kind of nice that I ended up picking Emma after all. Because, you know, Laura was really, you know, the real choice there. Things space separate. But I feel like we always bring, well, we don't always bring, but I feel like most of the time we do bring Laura and B. Or one or the other.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Let's move. Second form. Gale!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now's our chance.
Gotcha. I can do this. Let's go. Okay. Now's our chance.
Nice, Sarah.
I'll back you up. Okay.
Lisa, finish these guys off. We can hurry up and keep it pushing.
Okay.
These guys stuck around for no reason.
Okay, we're burning daylight.
Yeah, we're burning daylight.
I'm so glad.
Damn, Elisa, didn't you just level up? Am I crazy?
That should suffice.
That should suffice. You found a celestial bomb in the chest.
Let's not overestimate ourselves. Stay focused.
This one looks like a toughie.
I wasn't even gonna fight this thing, but hey. The Great Grouse, a giant avian monster that lives in the mountainous regions, creates whirlwinds which tear living things to shreds. It can be blinded, confused, and sealed. Oh, thank goodness for that. Go ahead and jump him.
Let's go, everyone!
Let's go, everyone!
Leave it to me.
Nice, nice, nice.
No
Ooh,
problem.
and Elisa gets to do a free art. About to get real grim out here. What kind of damage are we looking at? Ooh, very good damage.
Leave it
I
to
like
me.
that.
Now's our chance.
Nice, we get the outro with Sarah and Elliot.
Not bad, not bad.
Thanks, instructor.
Oh,
I did it!
I did it!
I'm so glad.
Emma, settle down. When you got that much to work with, you gotta relax.
There's a treasure chest close by.
Found crescent mirror in the chest.
No problem.
I just want to see the dialogue. This way leads back to Ymir. That's really not a trip anyone should be making on foot. Alright, let's make our way to Roer. And get lost. We already beat up your cousin.
Please, take care around that one.
No, we just defeated two of those. What are you scared about? Hmm? Who are you kids? Well, see, we're travelers. We walked here from Ymir to visit. They're like, you walked that far in times like these? You came that far on foot? You guys do know there's a war going on, right? Wouldn't recommend just wandering the highways and byways. You know, you look kind of familiar. I did? Yeah, it feels like I've seen you somewhere before. Can't put my finger on where though. Actually, now that I get a better look, you're not the only one I feel like I've seen before. No, brother. Uh-oh. Danger, danger, abort, abort. What should we do? I suppose I'll have to just lean on the same trick again. The less frequently we have to use it, the better. But it sure beats getting caught here. Alright, we'll leave it up to you, Emma, if you want to use it again. You sure you're not just imagining things?
Kids these days all look the same. You can hardly tell one of them from the next. You're racking your brain over it now, but you'll realize later they just look like some faces you saw in a bar. Yeah, kids you saw in a bar? You think? Besides, we're here on the watch for signs of the Imperial Army, not teen tour groups. How much trouble can they really cause? I doubt most of this lot would even make the cut for the Imperial Army. Yeah, I guess you're right. Alright, you guys are clear to head on through. You go on about your business, but I better not catch wind of you causing any trouble, you hear? Yes, sir. You won't find us causing trouble, sir. You'll excuse us. Yeah, and they're everywhere patrolling. Roer, the industrial metropolis. We haven't visited Roer in a long time. But how did we get in so easily? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. One of them clearly suspected us of something, so it strikes me as fishy that he didn't even check his wanted list. That's true, like, I don't understand it either. Like, the other dude pretty much let us in. Unless we're supposed to assume that one of them is truly a part of the army and the other one is one of Angelica's supporters, which is, but that might explain it a little bit. We might have got helped by one of Angelica's supporters. What you guys think? It's almost as though the other soldier was trying to save us. Yeah, it gotta be Angelica coming through for us with her supporters, man. You must have already known we were gonna come for her. I'm glad I didn't have to use witchcraft again, at least. It didn't feel like a trap, but I can't think of any justification for it. It's going to bug me, but at least we're in. Trying to gather some information. That's right, we need to find out where Mother and Angelica are. Honestly, wait, now that we're thinking about Angelica's supporters, if that guy was one of them, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that Angelica's supporters, now, I'm not sure if she has some, like, you know, here, like, where we are right now. But I know, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of her supporters are the people that we met back in the mine. Because you remember, they said Angelica used to work there with them. So if anybody supported Angelica, I'm sure it would be the people in the mine. That's what I'm thinking, at least. This is a key military factor. I will not stand idly by while you filthy commoners defile me with your presence. Last time we were here, this was an Imperial Army factory. The Provincial Army must have taken it over and told the workers to start making weapons for them instead. We'd better do what he says and stay away. And I do what I want, Elisa. No, were you not aware that all the factories in the city are now under our control? All of the citizens were informed, so this should come as no surprise. Well, now that you know, away with you. Man, I just want to beat the shit out of some of these guys so bad. My right hand is just, shit is trembling. The door is locked. One of your friends work here, right, Elisa? Yep, one of our best friends, I believe. Yeah, they must be closed today though. I was hoping we'd be able to get some information from Yuna and Devant. I guess we're out of luck.
Yeah, you know what reading that name Yuna makes me think about? It makes me think about Yuna, man. I want to see her again. She's so cute.
Where'd you go, Toddy? I can't find him anywhere.
You guys are out here playing hide and seek at a time like this? I'm sure it was Toddy's idea. This highway leads to shores Josh and Barry. No one gets through without a permit. We're at war here. You commoners need to keep that in mind. No one, and I mean no one, gets through without a permit. Make me say it again. Everyone in our factory is stuck making some really weird weapons all of a sudden. It's the worst. I can barely drag myself into work anymore. Damn, killed his whole fucking motivation and everything. Wish someone give me my old job back. Hey, at least you're still working the production line. You've been moved to the warehouses. If we're not cleaning, we're checking the stuff you guys make. Awful. That's awful. Ugh. A lot going on for everyone. Nothing out of the ordinary to report on the lower level of the city. An armored car makes patrolling so much less stressful. Only we can use them all the time. They're seriously driving these things around the city? Unbelievable.
Come on in to Bornea's for delicious products at low prices. We've actually got a new girl working here too. She needed our help, so Grandma decided to take her in.
A new girl working here. Okay, so we know that some Thor students are here. Instructor Mary is here. And some Thor students. Yo, Instructor Mary, you know what? Instructor Mary probably ran into Makarov's sister. He's probably with Vanilla. Maybe.
She might not show it, but Grandma's really taken a liking to her. She does tend to get our names mixed up a lot though.
Lynn! It's Lynn! Vivi, your sister is here. This is great news. We can finally reunite the twins.
The way she talks to people might suggest otherwise, but my grandmother is a very kind person.
I believe it. There are a lot of people that don't understand, man. Sometimes grandmas, they're harsh. They can come across as harsh, but most of them are lovable. What you got in the shop, Grandma? Got in the shop, Graham? Ooh. I mean, it's not the second one, but what you got? Still not a new issue. What's their issue, guys? Not getting the Imperial Chronicle issue 5? What in Adios' name is going on?
I can hardly bear with all the lone faces around here these days. Nobody's got the time to be down in the dumps with all these higher taxes to pay. They need to work. Gotta work if we want to eat, and that's what I plan on doing. Linda, no canned goods on that shelf. Damn it, not Linda, Lynn. Did you hear me, Lynn? Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, I'll sort it out right away. I swear, what are the odds of hiring two workers with such similar names? But still, if she's staying here, she's gotta earn her keep. And in my house, that means lots and lots of hard work.
He's a strict one. Oh man, it sucks. You know what the sucky part about not knowing about which students could be in the area is that we could bring characters that are kind of like involved with the character, but you don't know ahead of time, so you would never know. You would have just had to got lucky. But I wish we would have had Gaius with us. Green. Huh? Lynn. Lynn! I'm happy to see you all well. What brings you to Roer? That's a long story. Got a few minutes to spare? They gave Lynn the basic rundown of everything that happened and told her what they were doing in Roer. So Vivi's okay. Oh, thank goodness. Yep, she's our observer on the Courageous right now. How wonderful. We're always happy to deliver good news. I imagine Vivi will be overjoyed to hear that we found you too. I mean, why would she be overjoyed to hear? She'll be able to see Lynn. Because I don't think we can't really afford to go back at the moment, so I assume when they meet it'll have to be after everything that's taking place here. So you've been working here part-time? That's right, I escaped the academy with a small group of people, and after a while we all ended up in Roer. Although to be honest, I've been going a little stir crazy wanting to go out and search for Vivi. I've been so worried. I couldn't muster up the courage to leave town and go wandering through a war-torn country on my own though. Yeah, not a great strategy that one. You made the right call, as painful as it might have been. By the way, you wouldn't happen to have heard anything about Angelica and Irina Reinvert's whereabouts, would you? Sorry, I haven't. I wish I could be a little more helpful. Oh no, please don't worry about it. We still have an investigation to do. Something's going on here and we're going to get to the bottom of it. You just keep doing what you're doing and leave that to us. If you insist, be careful. If there's ever anything I can do to help, just come and find me. I won't be going anywhere. We will, thanks. I think Adios Vivi's alright. Anyway, please take care of yourselves. I'm so glad we get a chance to see Lynn. A polite, timid girl who belongs to the art club has a twin sister called Vivi whom she's always looking out for. Gaius would have been so freaking happy to see her, man. Everything's peaceful here in Roer. Why? Because we're in charge of keeping it that way, of course. Within all the peace and prosperity, there are still some unsettling omens, however. I can see a big fight in our near future. But that's nothing for you commoners to be concerned about. And stop running your mouth about stuff that doesn't concern us, clown. Did I say big fight? Oh no, that's nothing commoners like you would need to worry about. More like a minor scuffle at worst, nothing to concern yourselves with. The Noble Alliance is nothing but a bunch of damn cowards causing a war working hand in hand with terrorists. How do they even sleep at night? I can't exactly go around speaking my mind in public, but at least it sounds like Lady Angelica agrees with me. You go, Lady Angelica, give him hell. Lady Angelica might not behave like the daughter of a noble, but unlike the Alliance, she knows right from wrong. I hope she really shakes things up. Yeah, she's getting all types of support, huh? More than half of the factories in the city have been temporarily closed. Mine among them, I'm completely out of work now. Business was booming and this city was happy a year ago. Where did it all go? We're supposed to live our lives with things the way they are. Roer's in a miserable state these days. It's so depressing that I don't even have the energy to complain anymore. All I can do is sigh. No, it's the old man. He's usually, isn't he usually like, sitting over here on this bench over here? The chairman went missing as soon as the war began. Her disappearance changed everything around here too. I suppose I should be grateful that this city is in a battlefield right now. It saddens me to see what this city has become. How can the Alliance live with themselves? They're probably gonna make us, you know, go here, but I just want to see if I can go talk to Vanilla. Oh, I can't. Surprisingly, I thought. Got a little scene here, vying for group headquarters. Well, this building looks the same as it ever did, except for the new guards, of course.
Yeah, it sure wasn't the provincial army last time we were staying here. Angelica did say that Mother was locked away somewhere, but it definitely didn't sound like this was the place. I'm sure that things are pretty chaotic inside with her officially missing though.
What's going on now? Good day, Lord Ragnar. Please allow me to take your belongings. Good man.
That's...
You know that guy?
We're not exactly friends, but yeah. He's the director of the first factory, ಠಃLove Ragnar.
Oh, so this is Angelica's uncle?
He's also Angelica's uncle.
Director ಠಃLove Ragnar.
My. Sometimes feel as though the work will never end. Serving as the group's acting chairman is no easy task. It's no wonder Irina ended up falling ill working like this.
Falling ill, huh? And that's the very convenient excuse that you guys are using. Yeah, she fell ill, alright. Sick of y'all shit.
I do hope she'll fit the return to work before too long.
Yeah, indeed. Dalton, we haven't seen you in a while, my boy.
Well, if you need me, I'll be unwinding on the 24th floor for the time being. Bring some tea along a little later, would you? Much obliged. I wouldn't ask the chairman's maid for that, but alas, she is nowhere to be found.
Oh, Sharon.
But, sir, that floor is... What was that, Dalton? Is there something you want to say to me?
No, sir, not at all. Damn. Did he say acting chairman? So that guy's standing in for your mother, Elisa. He said she was ill too. He's not ill. Just some bullshit that spouted up.
What a load of nonsense. There's no way she's sick. And that aside, the 24th floor is my family's home. That's right, that's where we stayed during our field study.
He's from one of the 4 great houses, so I'm sure he holds a high rank in the Alliance. But that doesn't excuse the sort of behavior. He's taking advantage of the chairman's absence to do whatever he pleases.
Making yourself comfortable in someone else's home uninvited is too damn gross for me to even think about. It'd be one thing if he just took over the company, but this feels like he's trampling on our personal lives too. Still, given the way things are right now, there's no way we can get closer to the building.
Yeah, we're going to have to gather information somewhere else right now. And what do you want? We're here helping with the building's security, nothing more. Lord Hato's a very busy man. He comes here by limousine every single day. Yet he still manages to find time to throw extravagant parties on a regular basis. But that's the kind of man he is. Regardless, his personal activities are his business alone. We have our own duties to worry about. Duties that you're interfering with by lording around here. Be gone, Commodore. I guess, you know what? Since we have an event right there, we might as well go here. Whoa, is that Hugo? Our boy Hugo. The main branch of our company in Heimdall is suffering severe shortages of stock as well. That's what led Hugo to start traveling the country in search of new stock to purchase. This is a difficult time for all of us, but I'm sure Hugo will come through. He's truly a brilliant negotiator. By the by, my name is Bills. I serve as Hugo's personal secretary. Perhaps we shall meet again. We met before. Have you forgotten? I'm pretty sure we met you at the festival. Oh? Never expected that I'd bump into all of you around here. Hugo, it's great to see you again. Rosen and Becky told us that you disappeared. So they're both doing well then, good. In fact, why don't you give me the rundown on what you've been up to all this time? You've got me curious now. Everyone gave Hugo a rough outline of all they'd been up to since the war broke out. So Becky's on the Courageous now, is she? Of course she is. I can hardly think of a more Becky move. But you're here on business? His company's one of the Rhineford store's biggest clients, so that doesn't really surprise me. That's right. It was backbreakingly difficult, but once I helped Becky escape, I made it back home to Heimdall. For all of its issues, it's still probably the safest place in the country. Always calmest in the eye of the storm, you know? That does make sense, even though Fiona wasn't exactly safe when she was there. Heading over there on your own is pretty bold though. You're tougher than you look. Bear in mind, the city's not without its problems. The flow of information is under tighter lockdown than anywhere else. Ordinary citizens can't even approach the palace by foot or by vehicle. And no one knows where the Imperial family is. Or what's going on with the Alliance. For that matter, nobody's got any idea what they intend to do next. Figures. Then you haven't heard anything about where Angelica or my mother could be. Afraid not. I've taken a few business trips to Roer since the war started, but I haven't heard a peep about them. It's not like I can stroll onto Rhineford's corporate HQ and start asking questions either. Sorry I can't be of more help. Don't be. You've given us plenty of useful information as it is. But just be careful if you keep up all this city hopping, okay? Right back at you. Give my regards to Becky if you wouldn't mind. Son of the head of Peace't Co. in Heimdall. Returned home after the war started to help with the company. I can't do anything that might draw attention, but I'll try to find out anything I could to help you. Peace't Co. has a web of connection that span across Erebonia, so I might be able to get something out of it. Just try not to get caught before I do that. My boy Hugo is a real one. I'm terribly sorry, but we're really short on stock at the moment. Appreciate your position, but I couldn't possibly lower our prices any further than I already have. Let me apologize in advance, but I'm afraid we're very short on ordnance right now.
All of the city's factories are currently tied up manufacturing weapons and other wartime instruments for military. As a store run by the Rhineford Company itself, it pains me to find myself in this situation. There's not much I can do. We'd be glad to take a look at your Arcus units, however. Some of the Provincial Army soldiers are using them now, too. I'm afraid we're currently suffering from a shortage of horrible products. I couldn't tell you when we'll get more in either. Could be never, as long as the current acting chairman is in... my apologies. Just forget you heard that. We're still open for your Arcus maintenance if that wouldn't help. Yeah, I'm gonna mess around with this for just a second. I'll cut it out for you guys though. Alright. Get on out of here. Almost missed these guys. Man, it sucks to be out of work. What are you gonna do? Not like anyone's hiring. I'd say I'm jealous of you guys at the mine for actually having work. It sounds like they have it worse than me. And they'd never been able to go home. Yeah, the escalators right here give me PTSD to when Sharon popped off on us. It gave me flashbacks to my grandmother. The Roer residence has one, which is where Vanilla lives, I believe. I'm sure Instructor Mary's there. I'll bet all my mirror. Instructor Mary is there. I bet all my mirror. We're really hurting for customers lately. I can't think of anything we can do to change that either. As long as the Rhineford group is in its current state, I think that this is the way things are going to be. The Rhineford group's prosperity truly grew out of time of peace. That never occurred to me before this war began, but it seems like an inescapable truth now. La 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 la. We get so few customers nowadays that I can listen to the radio on the job to my heart's content. Oh, yeah, because last time we were here, I believe she was getting in trouble about, always having the radio on. Nothing like some background music to keep you motivated while you work. I don't know what the manager's so glum about. Having no customers is great. It makes things so much nicer and more relaxing around here. Yeah, I feel you. So your pay gets cut down because you're not really making any money. So we can't afford to pay you. Most of the Rhineford employees around here are really down in the dumps lately. Who could blame them? It's sad to see how the company's falling. We're owed its prosperity to Rhineford, so what affects the company really affects everyone in the city. But the Alliance is playing in the state of Rhineford company's in right now. Dread to think what the future holds. It's certainly hard to find any silver linings. Just hang in there, Grandma. Ooh. Got some new gear. Dragon skin jumpsuit. Let's go ahead and get that. Slap that on my boy Ring. Welcome to our store. I'm afraid we're running a little low on our more consumer-facing products at the moment, which means some of our lineup is only available while supplies last, because we might not be able to get any more in. We realize this is disappointing for those looking for weapons for self-defense. There's nothing we can do. Most of the factories in the city are now dedicated to producing weapons for the provincial army. Unfortunately, that means our supplies of consumer products are dwindling fast. We apologize for any inconvenience.
We understand the situation. It's a shit show here. The Gibbons. First, the chairman goes missing. Then the rival groups get taken over by the provincial army and forced to do whatever they tell us. Put those two together and you got share prices that drop like rocks. Not even exporting anything yet either. Man, we're screwed. So screwed. I mean, we're an international company. Stopping our exports alone would be enough to screw us over. What are we supposed to do now? I like how clear everybody's frustration is and just worries. I feel bad for everyone though. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Should have known that finding her wouldn't be easy. Looking for Angelica. What do you want? You're in my way.
Let's see what lectures I have today. The country may be at war, but we're still students. Of course we have lectures. And we need to work harder on our studies than ever. President Schmidt is back too, so none of us can afford to give less than 100% to our studies. A civil war going on is no excuse to be slacking off.
Professor Schmidt is there, huh? One of the disciples. We have yet to meet him, like in the flesh. You look kind of familiar. Can't place it though, sorry. Can't be bothered to try and remember either. He seems really down in the dumps. It's not like the Alliance has come and tried to start meddling in our research or anything. It's really hard to do anything with Roer as it is now. Some professors here have decided to help them with the weapons research. I don't know, I just can't bring myself to do that after all they've done, you know? Well, good on you for having some damn morals. Yeah, aren't you George's friend? You don't know how he's doing. It sounds like a ton of crazy stuff's going down over at Thor's. Us, we're hanging in there. We've been better though, that's for sure. As if we don't have enough to worry about with the Alliance, Professor Smith's now looking for a new research topic. If he sets his sight on you, you might as well pronounce yourself dead and get it over with. He just starts barking out orders like you're all about helping it, even when you'd rather have a drill through your skull. Hope he doesn't decide to come to me this time, feeling down enough as it is. President Schmidt spends a lot of time away, but he's back here at the moment. Yeah, I just hope I don't have to help him this time. This city might not have been harmed directly, but the Institute has still been affected by war. A number of students have chosen to take leave from their studies to return home for one thing. It's a terrible shame what's happening is having such a negative effect on our students' education. A number of students whose families are close to the reformist faction have been called away from the Institute. It's a terrible shame that it's come to this. And once again, Professor Smith wants a whole bunch of equipment ordered on a short notice. Awesome, just awesome. He can be such a dick sometimes. His research produces one brilliant invention after another though. And do we get to complain? Nope. President Smith returned to the Institute not long ago. He seems to be on the lookout for a new subject for his research. Bring on the headaches, I guess. Only authorized personnel can enter here. Chris Rocket has always been known as the most brilliant military-minded, the heads of the 4 great houses. That makes the North Tier Provincial Army very loyal to him, and is full of tough, experienced soldiers. Nobody around here would ever dare to go against him,
Hell, only Lady Angelica would try something crazy like that. And you know, she's got enough rebellious streak that she just might. I kinda hope she does too. Right now, Roer's future's not looking too sunny. I can only hope Lady Angelica can turn things around for us. Oh, my music about to kick in. Hey, dun, 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 dun. This is one of the best tracks in Trails. Wait, is this not the one on the left? Is that not Mint's dad? What am I supposed to do? If I go against orders, the only thing in my future is an instant demotion. Yes, it is. It is Mint's dad. I figured. Yeah, places like that too, huh? We were under the chairman's direct control, which means they're not exactly our biggest fan. Yeah, I heard all about the 4th Development Division keeping all its projects frozen. Sympathies. And for a drink? Yep, time for a drink. We had all of our production lines taken from us too. Can't really see anything we can do aside from what we're told. By the way, is it true that your daughter is going missing? You heard about that? Yeah, she's probably just fine. But she's always been a little bit scatterbrained. Yeah, just like your wife. Damn, that's ominous. It's good to see you again, Almina. Elisa, is that you? I didn't know you were back in Roer. What a pleasure to see you, though you're going to want to be careful if you're staying in town. Things are generally peaceful here, but you wouldn't want to wind up with the army after you like they are Lady Angelica. The provincial army's after Angelica? Somehow I'm not surprised. By the way, you wouldn't happen to have any idea where she might be, would you? I'm afraid not. I do hear whispers from time to time, but nothing worth passing on just yet. Well, thank you anyway. Guess we got to keep asking around. I'm worried about Chairman Irina too. Even with all these rumors about her, nobody knows for sure where she is. You be careful as you go around town. You don't want to attract the attention of the provincial army. They said the factory I was working at had no use for making weapons. So do you know what they did? You stupid bastard shut the whole thing down. What am I supposed to do now? Oh hell, I need another drink. Steel rusts and falls apart over time. Fitting that a city that heavily relies on steel production would eventually do the same. Okay, we got a fucking poet over here, huh? But until the day comes that it falls apart completely, this bar stays open. Soldiers don't often come into this part of the upper level. You shouldn't have to worry about them while you're here. Come now, make yourselves comfortable. President Schmidt has finally returned to the Institute. Not only that, he's looking for something new to research too. My condolences for anyone forced to help with that. They're in for a world of pain. For better or worse, the only thing that man cares about is his research. President Schmidt's genius is undeniable. His personality, on the other hand, well, at least a lot to be desired. I think I'll give him a wide berth as I prepare for my next lecture. Let's get on up out of here. Instructor Mary is here all along. I knew she was gonna be with Vanilla. I told you guys, man. Always believe in what I say. Always trust me. But you know what? We've been recording for a while, and I have been
trying to make parts a lot longer for you guys. So hopefully you're enjoying the longer parts, because usually parts are, I believe, like 50 minutes or so. But I've been trying to go over the hour mark, leading closer to the 2-hour mark. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this part, and I will see you next time for more Trails of Cold Steel 2. Take care.